The session is all yours.
All right. I need 2 more minutes, if you don't mind, please.
Yes, sir, that's all right.
Yeah.
അല്ലല്ല സെഫ് ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. നാളെ പോണം. അതല്ല ഡോക്ടറെ കാണിക്കാണ്ട്. ആ ഒന്നുമില്ല, പിന്നെ പല്ലും അങ്ങനത്തെ ഉണ്ട്. ഉമ്മാന്റെ പല്ല്
I request the participants to kindly mute their microphone for the smooth functioning of the program.
നാളെ അല്ല നിങ്ങൾ പല്ലടക്കണം. അടക്കലൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. അതിനോട്
Mute yourself.
ആണല്ലോ.
Good afternoon, everyone. We have another announcement to make. Only those participants who have 80% attendance in this all sessions will get the certificate, and they also need 60% of marks 60% of marks should be scored in the tests. So there are altogether 15 sessions. So participants should have at least 80% attendance, and also they should score a mark of 60% and above to get the certificates. SREEKANTH sir will be joining us very soon.
Yeah, I'm here. Me too.
Okay, sir. Are you ready?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, okay, so thank you. So we are starting our third session. So over to you, sir. The session is all yours.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So again, a very good afternoon. Yeah, of course, don't worry, right? Being this is actually one of the major troubles, right? Afternoon sessions are sometimes it will be big trouble. But don't worry about the time. But of course, I would strongly hope that we can have some fruitful discussions on what is all about introduction to what is all about Moodle, all those details, right? So yeah, as per the current requirement, right? That the discussion that needs to be incorporated as part of this session are all about introduction to Moodle, introduction to Moodle Cloud, etc. Right? So so far what we have completed is regarding some ADDI model, Agile ADDI model, Agile ADDI demo, all those details we have completed. And now we are planning to start with Moodle, what is all about Moodle, Moodle deployment methods, then create an independent Moodle site with the Moodle Cloud, familiarization of Moodle, of user dashboard of Moodle. So these are the things which we need to discuss as part of this. So again, to start with the Moodle, right? So again, we know that Moodle is if somebody is asking us to expand this, right? We know that this Moodle is modular object-oriented dynamic learning environment. What is Moodle? So modular object-oriented dynamic object-oriented dynamic learning environment in the sense. So everything is clear with that description itself. It is everything is actually available as a component, right? It is a module. It is available as a module, and probably we can integrate that right with the system. So that is the advantage what we have, especially when we are discussing about the concepts, right? So yeah, regarding the Moodle, it is Rajiv was mentioning in the morning, right? So Moodle is all about it is an open source. There's no doubt so that we can have our own customizations for the deployment. So whenever if it is an open source, right? So there is actually, of course, I think I would strongly hope that many of all of us are not from computer science background, right? So in that case, if it is actually there is no license kind of a descriptions, kind of a definitions we may be knowing at the earliest, maybe knowing, right? But even though so if it is open source, what what are the advantages? What are the kind of facilities available in the Moodle, right? So in the when the wrapping up, while during the wrapping up session, I was mentioning about Moodle has got two major part. One is activities and the two is resources. So whenever if you wanted to share any of the contents, we can go for resources, and if you wanted to get in touch with, if you wanted to take a feedback from our students, participants of the learning management system, then probably we may have to think of what is all about, what is all about the activities. So if we are asking WWH, right? What is Moodle? Why Moodle? And how? Right. So we can have the answers for that. What is Moodle? It is a learning management system. So if you wanted to tag one more thing, it is an open source learning management system, right? Then what is why it is right? Again, we know the features of Moodle because it is actually there is a wide acceptance for the Moodle, right? It is open source, so there is a big, huge, fantastic communities there for Moodle. Right, we will get the maximum support, right, for every count. So that is there. Then we can see that every fields in Moodle are can be connected with the requirements, right? So, so some of the major issues which what we have faced is was we are running retail programs, right, as part of our our requirement. We used to conduct different retail programs. Once it is loaded into the digital platform, the effort for conducting that particular that program was maybe probably after the first time that was very minimal during the next time, because minimal in the sense we had to have an interaction and everything, live sessions and everything was there, but even though regarding the recorded sessions and all, it was not that much there, right? It was that much of effort was not there, right? But in the case, so if we wanted to, right? But even though if one batch has completed in the retail programs, one batch has completed their sessions, right? Next batch will be coming up, and probably we were on a requirement that the same course can be reused for the next batch based on the updates, the recent updates, right? So that was the major plan. So in that case, we might have opened all the assignments, all the sessions, and everything to the batch, the earlier batch. And now, what is our requirement is actually we just wanted to make it sure that everybody is moving on a path. That means the first session needs to be completed, then they will have to move to the second one. Likewise, a kind of a structure needs to be maintained, right? So in that case, user enrollment was one of the major troubles, right? So for the first batch students, you can open up. If it is batch one, you can open up everything. Batch two, yeah, of course, need to restrict something, right? Kind of restrictions and everything we can set, especially as part of Moodle. These are some of the major advantages in that case, right? So again, it is user friendliness is really good. Probably if you have maintained your Moodle course for a semester, at the end you will get a report, maybe a grader report saying that these are the activities which we have completed. In a single click, probably you can download all the details. See, these are required, right? So, this was actually the requirement, right? So that's what even see, if even people used to ask whether why do we wanted to, can we go for Google Classroom or Moodle? Kind of an independent LMS. The answer is actually, if you are looking at a perspective of running a single course, probably Google Classroom is really good. But in case if you wanted to bring all your courses into a single platform, and if you wanted to initiate a kind of maybe a privileged mechanism. What is actually privileged mechanism in the sense, right? Batch-wise interactions, batch-wise communications, all those details if you wanted to make there, right? In that case, it may not be possible to use our Google Classroom, right? So in that case, it is always great to go for a kind of a facility. Right. So before moving, right, the plan for our afternoon session is none other than it is again we will be demonstrating the same. We are not discussing anything with the help of Moodle platforms, maybe PowerPoint slides, but we can have a discussion on based on the demonstrations, right? So, we know that everybody is maybe aware of what all of the things which is happening in the surroundings. You might have already explored Moodle as a platform at your premises, but even though in this case, if you have some doubts regarding maybe as a beginner, right? Let us assume that if you are a beginner and if you wanted to enter into the learning management system and you wanted to learn something and you wanted to productively explore the features of a learning management system, in that case, if you are exploring, if you are planning to do something like that, in case at this starting point as a beginner, if you have any questions, why do we wanted to have Moodle? What are the features available, or what are maybe the things, right? Probably we can open up a discussion for 5 minutes, right? So maximum of 5 minutes. So in case you can probably, if I am capable enough to answer that question, probably I can, or otherwise we do have our some experts over here in this group itself. We can have a joint discussion. That's in that case to make a fruitful output. So over to you all. So those all are as a beginner's perspective. If you are much worried about the Moodle platform, what is your major concern? Okay, what is your major concern? So about the Moodle platform. So if we can clear that, probably we can move to the next discussions and all. Open to you all, right? So we can, being this as an afternoon session, I would strongly hope that we can make it as an interactive session, so that it will be really fruitful to move ahead. So over to you all. Please, open your videos also, right? Just join and share your concern, or are you worried much about using this, right? If you are a beginner also, no worries, right? You can join with your videos and we can have an effective discussion. Over to you all, please.
Well, one thing I would like to hear is that do we
Sandeep
have...
sir, you're discussing something. You're on mute,
Yes.
it seems.
No, I'm not on mute. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now?
No, it is not audible for me. What about others?
Yes, sir. He's
Sir, it's audible.
Well, maybe you can check your speaker. Can you hear me now? Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Srikanth sir, can you hear me? Maybe you need to change your headphone.
Hey, Ashwati, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, but I think you can't hear from us, right?
No.
Hello? No.
1 second, let me rejoin. 1 second, friends. Sorry for the trouble.
There is a small technical issue. Srikanth sir will be joining us very soon.
it audible now?
So we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Now it's clear. Sorry for the trouble. Right. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So, well, I just wanted to know one thing that is it possible to create communities within the LMS?
Yeah.
Like if suppose someone enrolled for a course, particular course, the course is finished, the person has got the certificate and he's good to go. But if we want to create some kind of community program so that as an alumni he can continue with us, or maybe a separate community we can create of our students, maybe for the future references or maybe to create future projects and all. So is it possible in the Moodle or not?
Answer to that question, yes, of course, yes. What you can do is, right, so an additional, if you are trying to create a community for a single course, or maybe let us say for data science participants and the cyber science, cyber security participants are there, right? If you, even if you wanted to have as a single group as an alumni, probably you can create a particular new course. Again, everything in Moodle as will be as a course, right? So you can create a course, and that can be in the social platform, right? There is actually social formatting is there. In that case, you can treat that particular course as a maybe alumni, maybe as a course, maybe as a public forum for alumni, for our alumni people, right?
So, like, can we also integrate the the e-commerce part in that, like as we already know the Udemy and other platforms. So the predefined courses are already there. The people go there, they choose the course, they pay, and they start. So this kind of functionality can it be achieved in Moodle?
Yeah, you can. If you're thinking of adding something into a bucket, and if you wanted to cart kind of setup, right? If you wanted to add that
Right,
into a
for the billing. Can we do
yeah,
the
yeah,
billing
PHP,
and then
you
grant the
can.
course and
Yeah,
automate
yeah,
that?
yeah. It is again the hardcore is actually in the PHP module, and probably I would strongly hope that we can integrate that. Even PayPal kind of connectivity is also there. Probably you can integrate with the card systems and all. No issue.
Thank you, sir.
Great. What about others?
Well, I'm sorry. The questions keep coming randomly to my mind, and I keep asking them. So, like, what in case if someone is already using some kind of LMS? Because right now in the market, if you see, there are many other players who have their predefined LMS and they are selling instances of it, as a solution. So maybe someone has already opted for any kind of solution and they already have some kind of LMS, but now they want to shift it to the Moodles. So how smooth that transition is? Like, is it?
See, two things are there. One is actually called as a package containing system. It is called as a SCORM kind of a setup. If they have used the kind of standard for the development of the course, it is actually one requirement as bit more based on it will be based on right to say maybe it is based on the standard of the application what they have used. As of now, everywhere people are insisting to go for to develop something based on a standard. Either it can be AICC standard or SCORM kind of standard. AICC will enable you to to get in touch with probably if you wanted to insist a single sign-on and all, probably you can do that. A SCORM is actually what happens is you can download all the packages of that particular course and you can integrate with your Moodle.
How cost effective it is? Like, a big institution may have a lot of money and to have their servers and put the team there. But if we talk about a small coaching center, like if we say if we want to give this as a solution to a small coaching center, so how cost effective it could be?
See, it is actually it does not a big matter actually, because major trouble, major costing part is related to the hosting, right? being this as an open source. Otherwise, it would have been built in lakhs, no doubt, right? So as of now, what happens is, the only cost is related to the hosting part. The other cases, actually, this backup and restoration and all, it is not going to be a big trouble. If they are providing a facility, probably we can integrate it. No doubt.
But I'm talking about the customization. Like maybe that someone says that, I need my logo, or I need, or I need, definitely, like if institution is going to implement that particular LMS, they would want their branding on it, because they are creating valuable courses, they are doing everything in structure. So can it be done? Is it simple, or do we need to hire experts to do that?
If you have a Moodle blank instance, it is actually 5 minutes work.
Okay, so like if I download it from the Moodle's website, it's a 5 minutes works to put my logo and everything and customize
Once
the
you have
theme.
hosted, it is 5 minutes work.
Right. Well, Moodle hosting is, I think it is available in the market. Like you can go to Moodle and ask them to host your instance.
Yeah.
So it's a
Again, it
5 minute.
is yeah.
Okay.
Maximum.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. So thank you, sir. So what about others, friends? Any concern, right? Because Sandeep sir is reached to the hosting level, up to the level of hosting now, right? So what about others? Any clarity? Any clarity needed, especially on related to the Moodle, because it is not a part of hosting all those details, but even those to start with, in troubles for others who are from different domain. You can chat also if you are in a position. You can open your chat also. Right? We are just fixing that, trying out to fix that particular issues in case if anything related to that. I think there is no doubt. Probably it may comes, right? So yeah, great. Thanks, Indo ma'am. Right. Yeah. Again, so again, related to the discussions, what we are planning now is all about, say, the Moodle, where to index, how to learn Moodle, right? The best requirement is for a person who is joining initially, maybe for the very first time. The first requirement, first suggestion can be incorporated for the Moodle learning is none other than, it will be great if you can do the practice, right? So without learning, without doing that, right? So I would strongly hope that, um, okay. So again, if you are if you are not right to say again, maybe related to the Moodle, maybe how to do the practice in the sense, right? If you want to learn Moodle itself, right? As a Moodle, maybe the company itself is providing a cloud environment, free cloud environment for to explore Moodle facility, right? So Moodle Cloud is actually providing us an opportunity to incorporate something. Especially, we can create a small site, our own site with the Moodle Cloud, right? We can explore the features. If you really liked it, probably what you can do is we can think of a particular, maybe hosting it somewhere, etc., etc. Right? So that is these are the advantages over here. So as part of Moodle platform, right, we have discussed a bit on what is all about, how to explore these details and all, right? We have discussed a bit, but even though what we are planning here is, say, we can explore Moodle Cloud in the next maybe 1 hour. Probably we can see you will be able to create a Moodle site, your own Moodle site with the help of Moodle Cloud. Right. Again, there is actually a validity of 45 days for that particular site, and you will have to explore within that time. And probably once it is fine, you can move that into the next maybe you can select an hosting space and you can purchase the, as Sir mentioned, you can purchase some Moodle account and all, which is really good. So what happens now is, what happens now is, say, yeah, uh, Anand says usually no learning about the platform, but never used before. Right? Okay, fine. And so the features, the requirements are clear, but even though how to use the platform is the concern, of course we can address that issue. As a beginner, need to know the planning and implementation of Moodle. Uh, mm, at your institute. Great. Okay. So probably towards the end, we can you can explore Moodle initially. You can see the features, Kishore sir, and probably once you are really good in practicing in doing all those stuffs in the domain, probably you can move to the hosting side and all. Probably we can discuss that. Okay. So again, so that is the case, right? So to create the Moodle site now requirement, I am just trying to set the context of required to have a Moodle site. So I am again just going to present my screen. Let me present the screen now. So what we are going to do is, right, say first case, we are just, our first plan is to create a Moodle site. A Moodle site we are going to, we are going to create a Moodle site just to manage the bandwidth. I'm just going to switch off my video for some time. Right. So yeah, I'm just say, don't worry, much of a bandwidth and all is not required. Okay. So first requirement at this point in time, what we are going to explore is how to create a Moodle using Moodle Cloud. What you wanted to do is, right, we will be sharing a sheet also with the step-by-step procedures and all. What we are going to do is we need to access Moodle Cloud, right? You need to clearly mention what is all about Moodle Cloud. It's just Moodle Cloud. You can search in the Google, in the search engine with Moodle Cloud, right? So you can, what you can say that there is actually a description of a Moodle Cloud kind of a thing is available. You can search on that, right? Here, say, here what you can see that here is actually, there is another different. Normally, people used to ask us, right, about what is all about, what is your username and password, etc. Right? So again, what is your username and password? But instead of that, you can see an interesting name description here. It is my site and password. My site and password in the sense, right? It is not exactly the yeah, email ID or anything, but it is all about the site what we are going to create, right? So initially, what once we have loaded with this screen, you can just click on try for free option here, right? So it is again, it is mentioned that it is actually a free 45 days try, right? You can Moodle Cloud for 45 days, then right we can no credit card or nothing required for establishing the connection. Now you can start this for free, try for free, right? So what happens here? It is this is you are already Moodle Cloud site, already have a Moodle site. No, if you have a Moodle site, you can what you can do is you can the next time probably we can use this text boxes. Otherwise, new to Moodle Cloud, create an account. Just we need to click on this, especially create an account with that. Create an account. Of course, I think I'm going. There is actually pace is good. All of you are following the same, right? So what happens now is we can have our details here. Exactly. Then I'm just going to fill with my details. Right. It is India, then time zone, it is Asia, Calcutta. Site name is important, right? This is first name, last name, right? Our email ID we have provided. and they are asking for the site name here. So normally, if you wanted to access next time, once we are ready with the registered, get registered with the site, right? As of now, whatever may be the site name, whatever may be the site name which you wanted, you can check for the availability, right? If it is xyz.moodlecloud.com, it will be, once if it is approved with xyz, then it will be xyz.moodlecloud.com, right? So yeah, so next time you can, right, you can access your site directly from here itself. So that is the case here. I'm just going to say I'm just going to create my Yeah, so now you can see that I'm just going to create a site here called as ICT Learning. ICT Learning cloud.com will be my site name hereafter, right? ICT Learning is already available. So your URL will be ICT Learning. Once it is created, my URL will be, right, this thing, right? ICTlearning.moodlecloud.com. Make it sure it is don't worry much on this creation, because it is actually a trial version. Maybe will get expired within 45 days. Only requirement is we need to explore that particular thing within that time. Okay, then password is required. I'm just going to provide my password. Then what is happening? This is already related to the region, right? Maybe geographically, wherever maybe the region it is located, right, for us, right? So you can select, or otherwise leave it free, because it is actually in the cloud environment, and probably you can select in which region you wanted to server run the server and all. It is not a great thing for all of us, right? We can select either Australia or Ireland. It's not a big deal, right? You can click that, and I agree, and for start free trial, right? So please sit back and relax. Your site will be ready, right? So now you can see a window saying here, it is your site is ready, it is created, right? So now the confirmation is available saying, congratulations, your site has been successfully created, right? So you can click to log into your Moodle site from here itself. Take me to my Moodle site. So just click on the Moodle site. Right now, what you can see here is, say, you can see that now my Moodle site it is already logged in. Now you can see that you can check the URL, right? ictlearning.moodle.moodle cloud. Leave this part because it is already the tokens which I have already logged in, right? Otherwise, now this is actually a lot platform which is available for me. Now, if you are trying to create a Moodle site in the name ICT Learning, it won't work because I have already registered the string, because it is in the same environment, right? So it is here, right? So what you can say what you can see, you have Moodle is, as sir was mentioning. You can also there is actually a dashboard which is available, which says that what is the maximum users limit, what is the storage details, all those details are here. Here, right, your Moodle cloud details. It will be available till 28th October 2021. In case if you wanted to maintain, you can click on upgrade now, and right, you can select a plan. If it is actually a single course, and or if you are planning to run it over here itself, right? So you can plan this here. So dashboard and calendars. So these all are this is the overall case what we have here, right? What I am coming to do here is, right, to say I'm just going to log out now, right? my site name, you know that they are asking for Moodle site username and password. They are asking, right? So ICT Learning is my username and password. Just I'm entering this and let me try to log in. It is actually it is already it is user name. In that case, if you have taken this as ICT Learning, this as URL from here, then you can go for a default username of admin, and password can be what you have registered at the time of registration of the site can be used as your password, right? Now you can see that you are here, you are inside the Moodle site, right? Moodle site saying that this is your Moodle site, right? You can see this is the Moodle site.com, right? An introduction to Moodle kind of a free course which is available, right? I can right. So yeah, we can discuss related to this probably in the upcoming discussion, right? I request any one of you to share your screen and do the registration. Probably all others need to complete the registration. I'm just going to stop sharing now, right? Yeah, any one of you can share your screen, then please. Yeah, thanks, Nilesh. Yeah, you can, one of you can share your screen and please lead to the registrations, please. Thank you, Anand sir. Completed the registration. Can you share the site name?
Sir, I have a question. What is the difference between the Google site and Moodle site?
Okay. Google site is actually a website that you can create out of with the features of Google. A kind of a website. Again, you will get a domain name. You can map a domain name if you wanted. Otherwise, Google itself will be providing a URL there you can create your maybe website. But this is purely a link actually to your Moodle platform. That is actually an LMS. In the Google site, you can't see any LMS features or facilities over there. Is that clear, Manoj sir?
But sir, in Google site, we can also upload the content. We can also assign the assignment also. Digital declaration, announcement, everything is available. Then what's new in Moodle?
You are asking about Google Classroom or Google
The
site?
Google site. Google sites, we can create a Google sites using some such templates. And on such template, we can also upload the content. We can also upload the assignments and also the some announcement also. And a student can also interact with the faculty with the help of query form. This is also again a free.
Okay, okay. So, what is the user limit? Are you worried about the user limit? Or one thing is actually, are you able to run a quiz over there?
Sorry?
Are you able to conduct a quiz over there?
No, sir. No, sir.
Are you able to conduct a workshop there?
I will. I will. I will.
You can conduct a workshop.
Yeah.
No, I would strongly hope so, sir. No, we can't. We workshop facility is actually say Manoj sir, then Arjun sir, Arun sir, or somebody else. We are just gathering a group and we are doing a work, right? So it is actually not. It is actually an independent learning management system, right? With the n number of features. That is that is the advantage of Moodle. You can integrate with any of the platforms, right? So like I have shown in the morning, right? Vimeo integration and all, right? N number of plugins. So assignments, quizzes in the sense not an objective type of questions, you can deal with the match the cases, essay type of questions, right? You can do right matching cases, right? Some mathematical questions, and everything is there, right? Right. So it is actually standalone, designed specifically for a learning management system, and that is the other one is a Google site is actually an independent thing, can be used for a general purpose, right? General
Okay.
purpose. It may not be required for the assignment submission only. It may be for collecting the details of public, but the learning management system is not for that. Okay, it is purely for batch-wise scheduling, and everything is possible, right? That is the advantage.
So can you share the link where I can get the exposure about the Moodle also? Detail features.
Moodle,
Yeah.
yeah, Moodle Cloud itself, you can get the Moodle.org is the site name. .org. Yeah, n number of writers. So good amount of say data are related to learn the Moodle platform is available there. I have shared the link in the chat box also. Moodle.org. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anju ma'am, probably at the end of day one, we will upload, right? We need actually some buffering time actually to collect the data from Zoom and to upload that over there in the LMS. Then we'll do that. Probably towards the end of that day two, you will get the credentials as well as day one. Probably you will get the credentials as well as the access to the recorded session. Yeah, well, I've requested somebody to share the screen. We'll share that, Subhidhan. Right. Don't worry, we will share. So I should our Ashwati is here. Ashwati will discuss that. Yeah,
SREEKANTH,
Sandeep sir.
yeah, well, I have a question here. Well, I have created an account. I'm able to log in, to my website if I go to rel.moodlecloud.com, right? But the default admin name is admin only. So it means anyone who knows it, will have at least the username of mine. So is there any way I can change my username to log in? Or if I log in through a regular Moodle Cloud website, because I tried that and I'm not able to log in that.
Okay. And so you're discussing about one of the security threats now. Okay, so
Well,
yeah.
I just created the account. So, the thing is, what are the ways I can log in? The one way I go to my site name and admin and password, it's working, no issues.
Yeah.
I want to change the name of the admin. It should not be admin.
Okay.
I think I'm running ahead. So let me hold if you want to answer it later.
No. I can answer it now itself, no issues. Because as of now, it is in the SaaS environment, software as a service environment, right? Once you have hosted your own application, you can change your admin to super admin or Sandeep Goyal or anything, no issues. As of now, Moodle Cloud is not providing the option to change your admin privilege. Okay, because
it is in trial period. Or
it is in the trial period.
So
it is in the trial.
If we go with their paid plans, will they be able to will they give me rights to change the admin?
No issues. You
admin username. Okay.
You can. No issues.
So what are the other way I can log into my website? Is it the only way that I go to my website URL and then log in with the admin and password, or is there any other screen? Because you have shown us another screen. Like can I share my screen? Let me show you what I'm talking about. I think it may be helpful for others as well.
Please. Yeah, some details have been updated, and what.
So can I share the screen now?
Yeah, great. Nilesh sir, it is actually sir is making a comment. You can change. Yeah, of course, you can change the admin privilege. You can edit your profile. I'll be showing that. I'll be showing that. You can change your edit. You can share not the screen now. It is visible to us.
Okay. So is
Thank
it
you,
visible?
Nilesh, sir. Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. So now if I'm logging from here, so I'm very well able to log in. I can put it admin and I say login and I'm able to log in. Okay. So because I think I'm already logged in another.
Login. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm able to log in. But if I log out from here, now I'm going to log out from here. And now I'm going to the original website, that is Moodle Cloud. Now, if I go to like try for free.
No, it is not need. Yeah, there also you can log in. Yeah.
No, well, I'm not able to do that. That's what I'm saying. That this is my site name, and I'm putting my password, and I say login.
It will log in.
No, it is asking me to choose the site name again.
No, what is it?
It is asking me to choose the site name again. Or should I try and log in from the
No. What is it? Moodle site name.
Okay. Should I start should I try from here? Okay. Okay, I'm not able to log in. Like it says.
No. You're logged in now. You can click on the site where you have, right? The rel dot site name is here now. No, it is not. Yeah. It is to another site. But here you can site name is here now.
Okay, so I can click on
there.
site name.
Yeah. That will be redirected. Or
I got it. I got it now.
Or there is another live session is also live.
Right. I got it. So I have created.
Shall I share, sir?
Yeah.
Let me stop sharing.
Yeah, please. Nilesh, sir, you can, please.
Yes, sir. Here is the site. And as I said, if I go to profile, and in profile, you can edit the profile. And here we can change username. As sir said, if he doesn't want admin, you can put different here. Then it will be changed.
Exactly. Is that clear, sir?
Yes, it is clear. Thank you so much.
सर ये अपना सर ने जैसे जो SGI का जो लोगो लगाया किस तरीके से लगेगा सर? How can we embed?
That is inside site administration, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can show that also. One.
Just a minute. It is inside.
This is an image, right, sir?
Yes. It is in image, and I have added in front page setting.
Yeah. Exactly.
Here I have it. It is not loading now, but it is there. And inside the logo, I have added it.
Okay.
In admin.
Site settings.
Display. Appearance.
This is appearance, right?
And logo. Here. One logo here, another logo here. Two logos. Compact logo is coming here, and big logo is coming on the login page. That is first.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
That should be treated as a small icon for your.
Yes, compact logo will be coming as a small, and logo will come as a main, means here. This will be logo, and compact will be on when it will be in small size.
I'm sorry, can you please show it once again? I'm sorry, I just want
Yes,
to,
once again I will show.
yeah, thank you.
For that, we have to go to admin, site admin. Inside site admin, we have appearance, and inside that logos are there. And two options, one is logo, another is compact logo. Like that we can put. Only two things are there and we have to save. That's all.
And can we do it in this trial period? Can we?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, we
mine
can
is
do it.
already trial period.
Okay.
Mine is already trial period.
So you have already done so much in the trial.
Yes,
Yeah, he have
already.
uploaded users also.
Yeah.
But not used
Yeah.
any storage because users have been logged in, it seems, right, Nilesh sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I used it because I have conducted one exam over here, so it was ready for me.
Oh, is it? Using this platform, you have conducted in the free platform itself, right?
We had conducted a university exam over here, one exam.
Oh my God! Using this
Yeah.
platform.
So we have almost 603 users.
Oh, okay, but how many 5,500 is the maximum user limit,
No,
right?
no. For trial period, it is 1,000 giving.
1,000 people. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah, like it's very much like he has used it, he's trying it. If he likes it, so instead of losing the data within 45 days, he can
Yeah.
upgrade it. It's as simple as that.
Download also. If you want that
Yeah.
data to be clear with us before it get clear, we can download the data, whatever we have done.
Data is clear, but the thing is, next time when you have to run such kind of exams or anything, then it is not a good idea that you are creating another free trial of Moodle. So,
Yeah, actually, it is for sake of convenience we have used.
okay.
Otherwise, we are having our own Moodle, and on that we are conducting. But for trial purpose, how it feels, I have used it
Okay. Okay.
to check the speed. That's all.
Great.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nilesh sir.
I will
Again,
stop sharing, sir.
yeah, please, sir. So again, so great to have you here. Probably right. So probably,
Yes.
so he have already gone
Yeah,
through. But five
yes.
MB. But nobody have went up attended any exams. 5 MB only
No,
used.
it is only means exams are like only quizzes we have conducted. So we have not uploaded anything. Only
Okay,
quizzes we
text.
have conducted.
Oh,
Text
okay, okay,
only.
okay.
Text,
Text
and it
only, right?
doesn't take much space also.
Very, very true. Very, great. Thank you. All right. Yeah, as the sir mentioned, right? So to share to some of the views, right? Once you are into the site for the very first time, right? So that's what this is actually my site, right? I would strongly hope that all of you have created your site now. It is again one of the activities you will be asked to submit. What to say? You will be asked to submit your this thing, especially your site link over there in our Patashala. So please do create everyone who please create your site using Moodle Cloud. So to have an introduction on the site, what we have created, right? This is the place where you can select your language, right? So language preferences here. So based on your selection, right? Probably you can select your languages, right? So that option is here. Another case is in case of any notifications, that is also clear, right? In case of any intimations that is waiting for you, right? That will be reflected here. In case if you are insisting, right? Say as of now nobody is here, right? If you wanted to go for a chat options, that is also here. Another important case is your profile, right? You can access your profile from here, right? So or you can click on the whole window, right? It will be create. It will be moving to the. It will be listed with the details of profile, grade, all details, right? This is the dashboard. This is the default view, right? And now let me click on the dashboard. See, I have only one course, so all details related to me, right? This is actually my timeline, because in case of any upcoming being right dues or anything are there related to the dates, right? So we can see that online, how many of the online users are there, that details will be available here, right? These are all not fixed, right? We can customize as per our requirement, right? In case of any private events, if you wanted to match something with the upcoming events and all, right? So that will be available here, right? Badges are right, the latest badges in the sense, it is actually more than that of a progress report, right? Probably like it can be right, an opportunity to share with the social media and all. Probably you people are very much interested to get badges, right? So in the LinkedIn profile and all, we will be able to share the badge. If it is a badge obtaining from any of the professional bodies, right? That can be shared, right? So it is an advantage because we can, again, let us assume that as sir was mentioned, if you have completed that particular quiz, what so Nilesh sir has configured, right? If you wanted to right, so map that particular activity with a badge, right? So it is again a token, an appreciation token can be provided, can be provided for the people, especially based on the maybe the work what they have completed, right? So this is the way. This is the case where these all are the introductory part related to the dashboard and all, right? So uh, then we can move to the profile part. Profile part is all about our details, and now you can see that this is my email address. Even if you can see different login activities, where file access, the file IP address, from where I have access, all those details, my course details, how many of the courses are there for me, then mobile QR code, all details are here. As what Nilesh sir mentioned was, it's all about editing the profile. What you can do is you can edit this profile, and if you wanted to change this into another name, that's what sir was mentioning. If you wanted to change this as a super admin, you can do that, right? If you wanted to suspend the account, you can click, right? So that is not enabled here, right? But in case if you wanted to yeah, remove, if you wanted to set a new password, that is also here. You can change the force password change during the next login, right? If you are setting a single password for everybody, right, then if you are insisting to change the password during the first login, that kind of this can be ticked, and probably it will be asked to change the password, right? Allow everyone to see my email address. If you wanted to hide that, that options are available in the list, right? Moodle net profile, city details, all those details. If you wanted to upload, this is the default current picture which I have. If I wanted to upload, right, I can upload a new picture over here, right? Then additional names, right, related to the, if not right, first name, last name, all those details, right? Interests, anything, if even optional details, right? Right, see, you can see that ID number, institution, all those details, right? This will be helpful because sometimes ID number is actually plays a good role, because because every student in our institutions, they might have a ID, a student ID number. In that case, what happens is, right, we can just right, we can mark, we can collect that ID over here, right? So in that case, the advantage is we can have our see, we can map this ID with right, our maybe our, say, ID details with over here. And let's say, in case if you wanted to generate or extract some of the reports, right, it will be really useful in that case, based on the IDs and all, if you wanted to right, collect. Right. Apart from department details, phone number, mobile number, update, maybe address, everything, right? So the basic, some of the basic information related to a student can be collected through this dashboard itself, right? Even being an admin, right? So while you are exploring more on this domain, you will get uh, an experience that say once you have explored more on this domain, you can also, right, say once you have uploaded this from the through the backend process, all the profiles of students, right, we can also block them from editing their profile, so that these details, once they have submitted during the admissions and everything, all will be there, will be there, right? So that is the advantage can be used. So all these details, again, as the name that says, it is dynamic. So the advantage is any of the name what we have filled over here, it will be highly useful for us to pull that particular data from the database based on the ID, based on the surname, all those details, right? So the metadata, probably we could say that. In that perspective, we can call the details likewise, right? So these messages, preferences, and all, we can see that messages we have already discussed the chat. Then preferences and all, right? Okay, right. So we can preferences, edit password change, what we have seen there, right? User account related, this users role related permissions, badges related permissions, and everything will be available as part of preferences, right? Then another option over here is really excellent, because switcher role facility, right? These all are the major roles which is available in Moodle. So the manager, course creator, teacher, non-editing teacher, student, etc., etc., right? Based on the role differs, right? The access or availability of data in the portal also will be different. If it is a manager, it is not admin, right? At this point in time, we could say that we are admin. It is, if it is a manager, we could say that a manager do have some more facilities of administration access, etc., will be there at the site. If somebody is assigned with the role of manager, will have more access other than a teacher or a student to the site. In case if they wanted to take periodic backups, etc., if you wanted to enroll users, etc., that can be made available with the manager. So that is the advantage here. Another case is related to the course creator. A course creator says it is actually a responsibility of creating or authorizing a course, right? It is not a matter of managing the courses over here in the trial platform, but what we need to discuss, what we need to explore more on this area is the course creator's perspective, in the sense, let us assume that if you wanted to bring a unique naming convention for our all courses, especially in the university level or in the institution level, right? So to avoid the repetition, or to maintain a better naming convention, probably it will be great if we can create the course from a particular end, right? So once it is approved by the head of the institution or principal, in that case, that course creator will be assigned with the responsibility of creating a subject, right? If it is C programming, or data structures and analytics, or data structures and algorithms, so that can be created. So that is the advantage of a course creator here. In the teacher's perspective, what is the role of a teacher is, actually teacher will be assigned with the responsibility of adding activities into a course, adding resources into a course, right? Managing or evaluating students' activities in that particular course, right? Even if we have created a number of courses in a particular platform like this Moodle site, right? We can have different teachers as users to that, right? Likewise, in our colleges, in our institutions, we do have subject experts for different, especially for in the computer science, or based on the assignment of that particular subject for that semester, that teacher can be enrolled into that particular subject over here. In that case, subject will be treated as a course in Moodle. So non-editing teacher is an interesting role, because this person can see the assignment submitted. It is actually a supporting role for a teacher, right? How many of them have submitted? How many of them are on track? What is the status of the quiz? All those details can be extracted by the knowledge editing teacher, and again, it can be treated as a supporting function for that. Of course, you know that this is the major role of the learning management system. It is none other than student. A student role is really useful. Again, it will be useful, right? No other access, right? No other permissions, but we'll get a base permission of maybe to access the content once they have enrolled into a course or participate in the activities which is assigned to them. Guest role is actually a good one, because if you wanted to run a particular course, right? If you wanted to run a snapshot of a particular course, say for example, if you are planning to run a cyber security course, right? So in that case, if you wanted to share a snapshot of your course that you are learning management system, right, with some amount of content, right? So in that case, you can assign the people or permit the people with a guest role. That means if I am coming to your system as a guest, right, in that case I can use the guest role. That is the advantage, right? I can access even like for a guest, in the sense it is accessible to the public, right? In that case, which is good. In case if you are planning to conduct a seminar or a presentation and all, if you wanted to insist people to come in and maybe view some of the data pages, right, related to the seminar, etc. In that case, we can enable the guest role, and we can pull them there, right? So that is there. Authenticated users and authenticated user on front page. This is the whole system for this is the for only for front page, and now parent is also there to assure the login, right, to track the progress for their student, their children, right? Parent login is also enabled now. So these all are the details related to the role, what we have. So what is the advantage of switch the role from here? Means as a teacher, as every user, you can see hierarchy wise, the student is the last user here, right? So about all others are here, managers, course creator, everybody is here. Let us assume that if you are there in the role of a teacher and you have set an assignment or a quiz, right? The concern is question is already uploaded in the system, and we just wanted to check whether it is the answers are not accessible. In that case, what you can do is, if being a teacher, you can change the role into a student. What it is not needed for you to check with the user's student login, but you can change the user, maybe change the perspective as a role as a student. Now you can see that my whole site descriptions and everything has been changed, right? Now it is available, only the course is available to me, right? So right, it is a new activity and tour kind of and tour and everything, right? So this is the role which exists here related to the role, right? If you wanted to check somebody others view on based on the roles, that can be checked with the help of this kind of facilities. So that is the advantage over here. Then then this is the profile dashboard, all those details. Then here in the left tab, probably we can see that this is how many participants details here. We can enroll the participants and all. We will discuss that in a detailed manner in the upcoming sessions. Now you can see the badges, if we can manage badges, add badges based on the conditions and all, probably you can issue the badges. So in case if you are this is an all bit advanced one, because learning path, there is a concept in Moodle called as learning path. That means based on the pace, based on the requirement or interest of a particular person, he can select particular courses and he can complete, right? So some of the institution, maybe companies, organizations used to insist that within 2 years, you may have to complete at least this much of, at least any of the courses from a particular maybe 1,000 or 100 courses list. In that case, people are free to select one or three courses, one to two or three courses based on their interest. In that case, base level they may insist, the intermediate level may insist, then an advanced level, one course from advanced level. If they are mapping kind of a setup, right? So it will be in that particular flow. Once they have completed and any of the maybe from a list of 20 courses, if they have completed the basic courses, they can move to the intermediate likewise. An automatic learning path selection and all is here. Then this is another facility which is all about grades. Whatever maybe the grades history will be available for us. That means as a student we will can access, right? So all the grades which is provided will be available as a user, will be available. This is again, students view also will be really great, because he or she will be aware of the grades, what is the current grade what they have, especially in that perspective, right? So we can have home pages. This is the direction access to the home page, and private files, right? So if you wanted to check the content, right? So add or upload some content bank. If you can, we can have that particular facility, even if it is private files, right? That also again a storage space, access a storage space. We can do that. The important particular, as being an admin, everybody being a teacher also, right? The important functionality is site administration. Depends upon the role which is assigned to you, right? Say you can see that different site administration windows. This is the general site administration tab, right? So what you can do is notifications, competencies, badges, H5P is related to the video, interactive video licensing, location settings, language settings, messaging, payments. So this is what sir was asked, right? Even if you wanted to integrate all those details, even if you wanted to enable the Moodle app also, right? Mobile app is also available, right? If you wanted to enable that also, that can be configured, get it configured from here, right? If you wanted to add users, if you wanted to set permission for individual, maybe customized permissions for the users, that can be done here. Even privacy and policies related to the to the data request, data registration, data deletions, etc., will be here. Then what is related to the course, if you can create, the next day probably you'll explore how to create categories, courses, etc., etc. Managing categories, all those details we can explore, right? So this is about the course. Here you can see that there is a download option is available for the course content. Download course content. Even see, we can download the course content, and once right, you can save it in your file, and probably once it is right, if you wanted to load it again, probably you can use that. Then activity chooser, in the sense recommendation, maybe probably based on the activity completion status and all. Say we can set some restrictions, like if this student has completed this much of activities, say 1 to 5, then only sixth one needs to be opened, right? Kind of a setup can be established with this kind of settings. We will explore that. This is all about the general backups, right? We can store, we can take our own backups. This is grade general settings. Then report settings, again we can explore that. As of now, if you are taking this and all, it will be bit confusing. Once we are probably towards the end of the FTP, probably day 4, 5, you will be able to explore more about maybe on the details, whether how to configure the gradebook. All those details will be familiar to you. Then plugins, right? So these are some of the existing plugins which is already integrated or integrated to the system. So yeah, that other plugins also can be added. You can say right at the you can say plugins overview. We can manage activity plugin overview. Can add or remove plugin from the site. Different plugins. Now you can see that here is a plugin option is available as of now. I think right. The free version of the Moodle is not allowing us to add a new plugin, add a new plugin. But even though it is actually a browsing and a installation, right? So kind of a setup, right? It will be available as a zip file kind of a setup, right? Probably these are the Moodle plugin directory. So plugins, you can see that a n number of plugins will be available apart from the basic systems, right? Some basic functionalities which is already available with the Moodle environment. We can see that different. See, this is what Ruchi mentioned in the morning. A video apart from Moodle big blue button, we can have Jitsi kind of an integration. Again, it is a Moodle can be get integrated with the Moodle itself, right? So Jitsi again, it is as of now it is there with as part of our Google, right? Google is also providing an opportunity to schedule Jitsi meeting, right? So that is also there. So this is the plugin directory based on your requirement. You can search for the plugin also, right? Even a grade report, if you wanted to do something like that. So all the configure reports, grade me, maybe some customized. Say if you wanted to go for a maybe a view like that, right? So it will be useful. So these all are the design patterns, the things which we are having over here, right? Then moving to the previous one, the appearances actually logos, as sir mentioned. If you wanted to upload the logo or anything, right, you can do that. Please upload your the available logos, right? Update your sites accordingly. Even default themes, it is not allowing us to change the theme over here, right? So this is the structure of our course alignment, course menu, right? So we can change that also. Of course, it may be confusing at this point in time. Then leave this part. This is all about the server details now. Reports, whatever maybe the reports you wanted to access. This is an interesting report, which is called as live log, right? How many of them are here and how many of them have done what kind of a job, right? So I have created a front page. So this user, being this user, I have created, I have accessed the course introduction. All those details are available here, right? So these are some of the advantages. Then this is all about, yeah, I have mentioned during the in the internal, in the first discussions, probably related to the development phase, right? So these all are the overall structure which is available related to the Moodle platform, right? So yeah, in case of any doubts, probably we can discuss that. Let me hold for a minute. Thank you.
Well, I just want to know that how our students will access the website. Is it the to which we are accessing our website, or is it a different URL, like the front page?
No, the same URL, because once we have enrolled them as a user, right, into a course, once we have enrolled them into a course, probably what happens is they can, yeah, once we have enrolled them into a course, they will get, they are going to see only that particular course once they are trying to log in. The same URL, whatever maybe the same URL, but username, user credentials will be different. Is that clear?
And what about, like, like if anyone implements the Moodle, it's like we are doing the FDP, so we know that, like we will be learning that how to do things. But
Yeah.
it's not it's not we as an individual will be, teaching or doing, or doing the things. So how about, we will go about training our staffs.
Yeah, again, it is once if we could convey the requirement, it will be great if we can share the requirement to the staff, and there is a facility kind of a thing, right? So, of course, the training is needed for all the staffs. Those are especially in the teaching domain, right? Being non-supporting teachers, those who are from the front office, etc., etc. Learning is required. Maybe if you being if you are worried about the student, I think it may not be a big deal at this point in time, because they do not have to configure anything, but only some level of interventions, right, or interactions that can be right. Maybe with a document itself, we can meet that requirement. But teachers' perspective, or non-editing teachers or managers' perspective, training is really required. Otherwise, it will be a trouble.
Right. So that's why I'm asking. So who does provide those trainings? So do we need to create our own our own courses and deliver it to our teachers, or do we hire any agency, or how we go about it?
No, it is better if you are a professional in Moodle with this FTP, right? Probably you can train your people with creating, sending a request to create in the Moodle cloud and all. You can get them, right?
Thank you. What is the assignment for today? Is it only like creating the website, or what are the other changes we had to do, you know,
No, no,
as an
we only
activity today?
no, no. Being first day, right? We are not going to make any further troubles. Only so Murugan sir is actually very much tensed about right. So assigning much of assignments, right? So we are not providing much. Otherwise, only the link we needed, right? But it is always great if you can um, upload your logo, some sort of team editing, which is fine. Good. That's
Thank
fine.
you. And where should we send that link? Is it in the WhatsApp group, or here, or where? How do
No, no,
we?
no. You will get an opportunity. You may have to submit it as an assignment, a URL kind of an assignment. You may have to submit over there in the Pathshala, in the portal. You will get the details.
Okay, so you will give us the login ID to the
Credentials.
link.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
credentials.
thank you.
Nobody, it is pin drop silence, right? Nobody, I would strongly hope that nobody is it tense, right? So what is it? Are you not getting what is it? Yeah, can you explain that question, Nisha ma'am? Again, student evaluation reports are available in the Moodle. Evaluation in the sense, if you are asking, if you are right, asking about the evaluation based on the assignment and all, right? So it will automatically get reflected. Once you have evaluated, it will automatically get reflected in the student's log. Is that was your question? Yeah, as of now, it is that it is available as a CSV format, right? PDF also there, PDF also there. But even though certain customization, if it is needed, it is always better to export that as a right. If you wanted to make it sure that it is actually a single source of truth, it is better to generate a PDF. It is also possible. PDF and CSV files are possible. So yeah, one question at this point in time. Can I get a yes or no about the Moodle site creation?
Hello, Srikanth sir. Okay.
I'm sorry, I think Srikanth sir has lost the connection, but stay online.
Yeah, he will be joining soon. Okay, guys. So by that time, you can complete creating account with Moodle Cloud.
So in the meantime, another important announcement is that a test shall be conducted by the coordinator at the end of the program, and the certificate shall be issued to the registered participants only, and also those who have minimum 80% attendance and scored a minimum of 60% marks in the test.
Sorry, in between, I had a trouble.
Srikanth sir?
Yeah, is it audible?
Yes, there you are. Please continue.
All right, great. So just wanted to check whether anybody is facing any issues, because Moodle Cloud site creation is one of the basic requirements for the whole for the effective completion of the whole FDP or the program. So just wanted to make it sure whether right any problems so far, right? So may get an yes or no, you have created the site or not. Just need to get a yes or no from your side. Please open the chat box and please share your views. Right, test created. Great, Suraj sir. Thank you. About others. Great, Anand sir. Thank you, Divya ma'am. Thanks, Jay sir. Yep. Yes, we sir. What happened, right?
So for students, do we need to create account for every student manually, or or their accounts gets created automatically when they enroll? Like it should be automatic. Like the kind of extensive LMS it is, it should be automatic.
Yeah, well, so both facilities are there. You can see, you can ask them to register using self-registration can be enabled. That is one facility. Another case is user enrollment is based on certain criteria, right? So criteria in the sense based on criteria in the sense, we know that it is all about, normally a student who comes up into the campus, then there will be some administration activities are happening. Once they have completed their administrative activities, only they will be enrolled into a particular class. If you are maintaining kind of a structure, it is always, we do have a facility to bulk upload users in a CSV file in the Excel format with the name, email ID, and mobile number with the basic details. We can do that, right? So that is one of the options. The other cases, self-registration can be enabled. That is another option. Yeah, even single user enrollment is also user-wise is also possible. Based on admissions, if you wanted to map them to the user table right into the site, probably we can do that. That is also, there is an opportunity for that. Sir, is it possible to calculate the attendance percentage and internal marks? Regime is, I would yes, 10%, 100% is the answer. Okay. No, sir, not yet. Firdaus, sir, what happened, right? What happened? Should I need any help? Probably. I think it is connectivity wise, it is fine, right, sir? Okay.
Actually, sir, I'm traveling. I'm traveling right now. The moment I reach somewhere, I will log in through my laptop and I will do it. Would you please? Are you hearing me, sir? Are you getting my voice?
No. Yeah, I'm getting it clearly.
The moment I reach somewhere, because I was somewhere and I had to leave. Now I am traveling. The moment I reach some place, I will log in through my laptop and I will definitely do it.
Please, sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's I think there is no further doubts, right? In case of any doubts, please do contact us. No, yeah, we can help you out probably.
Well, sorry. Actually, I was trying to create a user manually. So, but I wanted to create I wanted to assign in a role. Maybe I'm just creating a student or maybe a teacher. So, I went to the site administration and I went to the users and I tried to create a new user, like from accounts, I'm creating add a new user. But from where I will add, the permissions or, assign them. I'm talking about the roles, like, how I will give them the role. Like if I want to check myself that I want to, creating a test enrollment of a student or maybe a teacher. So add user, I can add user, but how I will define the role of that particular ID.
Third session, I will manage that. I will be explaining that. Third day. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
You can wait till that moment, right?
Well, I'll do the research and I'll try and get to know before that.
Yeah, please. That will be great help because all of us are learning new platforms,
yes,
right? All of us are learning.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Okay, Kishore sir, can we incorporate accounting module?
So Kishore sir is asking about, can we incorporate accounting module? Is it, sir, is it actually for a content delivery? All modules can be incorporated. Then if you are asking about kind of an application perspective, right? That I need to check. I'm not sure, because if you are looking for a tally in Moodle, right? So accounting. So I'm not sure. We haven't explored that, so that is actually trouble. Sorry for that, but I think something is listing there related to the plugins which is available to perform kind of an operations. But even though if your question is related to the base level, right? So I think we can if it any module we can cover, right? This is actually a learning management system. We can cover that. Yeah, what is it? All right. Yeah, Madhav sir, what is it? SCORM is actually there. We can right. We can reuse the. It is actually a facility as per the standard. We can back up the course and we can restore it. I didn't get your question exactly. We can so. That is towards the end. If you are looking for that, probably we can share some of the videos and our links. It is not as part of this program, but we can share. We can share you the details if you want. Okay. Thank you, Fidosa. Thank you. Thank you, Yogesh. Can you in future sessions? Can you discuss how to upload MCQ question bank on Moodle? Sure, we'll do that. No worries. You'll be equipped with how to design a question bank also. No doubt. Okay, I think otherwise probably we can. Great, thank you, ma'am. Right, so otherwise I'm just leaving because our Shruti wanted to discuss something related to the learning management, our Padashala learning management system. I would strongly hope that everything what we have discussed is clear. Right, in case of any doubts, please get in touch with our group and people. Right, we'll let you know the details. Otherwise, thank you so much for the patient listening. If anything went wrong, it is my mistake. Otherwise, please thank you all. Thank you.
No problem, sir. That was all right. Thank you so much. It was great.
Thank you. Please.
So now I would like to invite Ms. Sharina Bibi, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications, for the vote of thanks. Please, ma'am.
Respected dignitaries, we have come to an end of the first day of the ATAL-FDP program on effective course delivery through Moodle. Dr. SREEKANTH enlightened us with the concepts of agile way of instructional design in the forenoon session. And we have explored a mind map tool JIT9 in the session and had an effective discussion on how to design a quality framework and to identify LMS based on requirements. In the afternoon session, Dr. SREEKANTH explained the basic concepts on Moodle and how to create an independent Moodle site with Moodle Cloud. And we have familiarized with user dashboard. On behalf of ATAL-FDP program and the participants present, I would like to express a sincere gratitude to Dr. SREEKANTH for giving us such outstanding sessions. Thank you, sir, and thank you all the participants.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you once